You're the right person to answer question number 2 from Al then. He says, my wife and I have been married for 10 years and we've been a couple for 13. I've always been a biker since I got my first bike at the age of 3. I think push bike, probably. He said it's my passion. My wife shared my passion, loved being a pillion. We even had our motorbike at our wedding. But sadly, in 2021, we were involved in a minor accident. No one was injured, but my wife's attitude to biking has completely changed. I can fully understand this, but it's been a year and a half. I'm itching to get another bike. I feel lost. A big part of my life is missing. But my wife says I'm not allowed another bike. The thought of going the rest of my life without a bike devastates me. Biking makes me happy, and I don't feel the same person without a bike. What should I do? Asks Al. Over to you.
Right. What you do is you go and buy something and just say, well, first of all, I'd tell her and just say, listen, I'm just going to buy something just to tinker on with. Because I'm missing it, and you do it incrementally. So you'll buy. Dave and I are riding the new BSA Gold Stars, right? And you just and the fab bikes, they're fantastic. They're not particularly fast, but they're great. And I would do it like that. I'll just say, because it doesn't look too intimidating, you see, but it's a bike and you can get out on it. So I've just bought this to tinker with, darling. I'm just going to take it round the block just to make sure that what I've done works. Or I'm just going to the shops. Or I'm just going to see me mate. Or I'm just going to Hong Kong.
Yes, I think you just pushed it a step too far there.
Was that too soon?
That was well done.
Was that too soon?
Really good answer, Si. And then you just went and tipped it over the edge. So I say no to Hong Kong. But I feel like I want to sympathise though, because I think she's just scared for him. She doesn't want to lose him, and so she's not doing it to be mean. So I think you're right. If you do it in incremental points, then she might get used to it and be less scared. But the moment he drives to Hong Kong, I'm utterly on her side.
Yeah, I mean, I've done an awful lot with Lil on the back of the bike and that. And when I kind of got back into biking, as it were, last year, and I bought this Enfield, it's a trials bike for Bullet Trials, but I deliberately kind of was pleased it had a single seat.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one you could do, because then it's a bike that's something like 27 horsepower, so it's never going to set the world alight, but it's great fun. Yeah. I'm having fun on it, but because it's got a single seat, I can't be tempted to compromise Lil, and she doesn't feel compromised because there's nowhere for her to sit on it. Yeah, so the result on both counts is okay, but Lil was funny. When we were skint, we used to go on the bike, and we had a bike with a pannier at the top, two side panniers and a top box. Now, we always had one pannier each, and the top box for your wet weather gear and the bike and the bits. Of course, as we got a few quid, the problem was, we went away on holiday. She couldn't buy anything, could she? Because if she bought a pair of shoes, then a pair of shoes would have to go. So the long distance thing wore off with her. Well, as I said, a single seat bike, it's kind of a compromise that mentally doesn't challenge either of you, really.
Yeah.
Good shout. Well, listen, Al, there's an idea, but just remember, Hong Kong on week 1 is probably a step too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's always been like that, Simon King. Do you know what I mean?
At least he didn't say, I know what you should do, drink. Hit her over the head.
Yeah. No, neither of us ever drank when we were on the bikes. Cracking, no.
Bloody hell, no, that is just plain suicide. That's just
I
mad.
know.
And illegal.
Really?
I have seen him though in the bad old days when he would smoke, and he was a proper smoker. I'm talking about him though, he's not here now. But I looked behind me one, I couldn't believe it. He actually had a cigarette lit while he's going along, and I've seen him do it with a full face crash helmet. So you know where your eyes are? It's like at 45 degrees. It's like this weird semaphore sticking out, smouldering away. And of course, the faster he got, the more his fag burnt down. So God knows, but then God knows how he got rid of the cigarette end, because when he was stuck inside the helmet.
You were desperate, Si.
Honestly,
that was dedication.
That was dedication. Yeah, no, very true. It was.